Good morning. Welcome to Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living Wednesday Inspiration Service. I'm Reverend Gregory Toole, and I would like to invite us inward for prayer. So let's turn within for a moment here. Let us know together that there's only one life, one power, one presence, one infinite presence of love, wholeness, harmony, joy, peace, so much more. Infinite presence of goodness that is the very nature of all that is the essence of all that is at the center of all that is. It is, in fact, it is my very life and being. I am a divine expression of that infinite presence of God. This is the truth of me, and it is also the truth of every one of us here, those online, those in the room. It is the truth of everyone we know. Each one is a unique way that God is happening, a unique way that the divine is expressing. And so it is in this awareness that we are gathering as individualized expression of the infinite, of God itself, of infinite love, infinite wisdom, infinite harmony, that I know that this service is so perfect that we are co-creating it together because we come here as one, not separately. So we come here as one, and then we have a speaker, Dr. Moira Foxe, who gets to be the instrument and the vessel and the vehicle through which the inspiration comes, and we have a musician in Elise Carver through whom the music serenades us this day. And yet we all are co-creating it because there's only one. There is only one. There is only one. And so something beautiful is unfolding here today. I bless it. I call it good. I am so, so grateful for this day, for this moment, for each one of us. In gratitude, I release this word. I let it be, and so it is. Amen. All right, so welcome to everyone online. We really always appreciate you and all of your comments, your questions, your prayer requests. You are right here with us because there is only one. There's no time or space in God. And welcome to all of you who are in the room. Look at all these beautiful beings in the room. Turn around and wave to someone in the room here. Look at all these wonderful beings here. We've got Dr. Moira Foxe that's going to give us our message today. So let me share a few announcements, maybe more than a few. Again, I'm Reverend Gregory Toole, and before I share these, I invite everyone to take that moment to silence your phone. Pull it out, push that button, slide that lever, whatever it is, dip it in a bowl of water, whatever you have to do to silence that phone. No one laughed at that. I have a bowl of water right here. We can dip all your phones in there. For those that don't know how to turn them off, we'll just dip them in a bowl of water. Let them sit in the bowl of water, and then someone will have a waterproof phone, and it'll be ringing in the water. Today, right after this service, we have our Labyrinth Walk, so you can take advantage of that beautiful experience that Jane really puts together for us beautifully. Also, I want to just remind you the spiritual retreat. Wow, it's just a little bit more than 2 months away now. So sign up. Go to the front desk. It really helps us to have your commitment that you're going, to know how many people are going, so that we can keep our commitment to the retreat facility. So our theme for this retreat is Be the Connection, deepening our relationship to self, community, and spirit. Join us Columbus Indigenous Peoples Day weekend, October 9th to 12th, in Simi Valley at the American Jewish University. We're going to have great music, great workshops, talks, fun activities. Families are welcome. There's a flyer out there with pricing and payment plans. You can go today to the front desk and make a partial payment or full payment. That'll let us know that you're committed and that you're going. And that will be great. We'd love to have you there. I'm going to be there, and I am so excited about what's going to happen there. We really are going to deepen our connection to each other, deepen our connection to ourselves, and really go deep with spirit. So you will not be the same after that weekend, and I will not be the same after that weekend. Divine dining. Before we get to the retreat, we get to have a big party. Sunday, August 23rd at the home of Claudia Krikorian and Jim Hale. Live band. It's going to be an awesome band. Carla Dominguez is pulling together an awesome band. Catered dinner. It's going to be really great food. I already know it. I've talked to Claudia about what she's having the caterers do, and there's going to be some great selections for all. Beverages, dancing. The theme is music from across the decades. If you want to, you could even get dressed in a certain decade, you know. I'm going to be, I won't tell you which decade, but I'm going to get dressed in a particular decade myself, because last year I had velvet pants on. Once you wear velvet pants one year, the next year you got to do something, right? My first experience ever with velvet pants. We have a sound bath this coming Sunday, August 9th from 12:30 to 2 p.m. in the sanctuary. It is with world-renowned sound healer Geraldine Glass. I'm really excited to experience that. We're going to have it right here, but you can bring your yoga mats, and we have lots of room up the aisle on the front, in front of these front seats here, down that aisle, down there. We'll make sure to leave room for people to walk through, but bring your mats and get comfortable, or you can sit in a chair and just take it in from a chair. So that'll be from 12:30 to 2 this Sunday right here in the sanctuary. It's a crystalline sound journey to awaken the frequency of love and restore inner harmony. Sounds delightful. Our Rainbow Service School Supply Drive is in session. It is going on right now to support local students by donating supplies. And these are students who their moms are in a shelter. They maybe have had to escape a difficult situation, so they really could use school supplies. And so you could bring backpacks or notebooks or pens and whatever else you can think of as school supplies, and they will be greatly appreciated. And there's a bench right out there with a place where you can put them right outside of the front desk. The Women's Circle will meet this Sunday, 12:30 p.m. in the teen room. Ecstatic Dance will be next Wednesday, 7 p.m. in Richelieu Hall. Come get your groove on. I'll certainly be dancing over there. And then this coming Saturday, August 8th, there is a Goddess Empowerment Retreat in Richelieu Hall with a group called the Conscious Collective. And they say that there is something incredibly powerful that happens when women gather with an open heart and an intention to grow. I say, and so it is. The Science of Mind Sunday class happens every Sunday. How many of you know that there's a class every Sunday for free right before the Sunday service from 9:55 to 10:25? They're studying the Science of Mind textbook, and they just read some passages and then talk about it. Great chance to study with others before you even come into the service on Sunday. And you still would have time to come over to the meditation at 10:30 as well. Our next author-speaker series will feature Jenny Lindhorst from our choir with The Healing Power of Poetry. That'll be Friday, August 14th, 6:30 p.m. in Richelieu Hall. And then we have the Death Cafe to just talk about the subject that it seems that sometimes there's no place to talk about it, but now there is. Death Cafe, facilitated by end-of-life doula Alexis White, will be on Saturday, August 15th at 2 p.m. in Richelieu Hall. Our next vegan potluck, I know you've all been waiting for it. We had like 100 people last time at the vegan potluck. That will be Wednesday, August 19th, 2 weeks from today, 6 p.m. in Richelieu Hall. More information about everything I've talked about is out there on the activity table, as well as you can look in our weekly e-newsletter, or you can go to our website, redondocsl.org. Take a breath. We have a lot going on. Some people say, well, you have too much going on, but I like having choices myself. We don't have to go to everything, but now you have lots of choices, and you can choose which things you really value and you want to go to. All of our events are well attended, so it's not like we're only getting, a few people. Every event is well attended, so the people who like that event attend, and likewise. All right, a big thank you to all of our wonderful volunteers. Let's give a hand to our wonderful volunteers. We appreciate you all so much. I am humbled by just watching and experiencing how people show up in service to this community. I, from the bottom of my heart, give thanks to all of you, including Jane Zumbro, who sets up the labyrinth every time, and she sets it up so beautifully for all of us and sets a beautiful tone, so you could go over there after service today and experience that. Today, our amazing speaker, always delightful, always insightful and wise, Dr. Moira Foxe will be on today as our speaker. And let's give some love to Dr. Moira, come on. And before we get to Dr. Moira, we're going to go to our amazing, wonderful, super special lead musician, Elise Carver.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. This song is called Walking with God. By the wonderful Ricky Byers. What kept me sad was a story in my head about what I never had and what I never said. But I can sing a song flowers gave to me. It helps me to be strong. It helps me to be free. That when I'm walking with you, I'm walking with God. And I'm talking with you, I'm talking with God. And when I'm praying with you, I'm praying with God. And God is all there is, and everything is God. When I'm laughing with you, I'm laughing with God. When I'm singing with you, I'm singing with God. When in the arms of my friends, I'm in the arms of God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. There is a road, a journey we must take that starts from within, but that is just a thought away. Well, I have got a song that the flowers gave to me. It helps me to be strong. Yeah, it helps me to be free. That when I'm walking with you, I'm walking with God. When I'm talking with you, I'm talking with God. And when I'm praying with you, I'm praying with God. God is all there is, and everything is God. And I'm laughing with you, I'm laughing with God. When I'm singing with you, I'm singing with God. When in the arms of my friends, I'm in the arms of God. And God is all there is, then everything is God. Join me. And I'm walking with you, I'm walking with God. And when I'm talking with you, I'm talking with God. And when I'm praying with you, I'm praying with God. That God is all there is, and everything is God. And I'm laughing with you, I'm laughing with God. When I'm singing with you, I'm singing with God. When in the arms of my friends, I'm in the arms of God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. If God is all there is, then everything is God.
thank you for that wonderful reminder, my dear. That was a prayer, so thank you for that. All there is God. And that's all you and I ever have to remember when we're living our lives. All there is God. So we go out every day to greet and meet God. And God comes out every day to greet and meet us. And so, my dear, today I just want to remind us all of the miracle that each one of us is. I don't know when you last thought about yourself as a miracle, but that's what you are. You are. Out of all of the billions of possibilities that could have come in when you came in, you were the chosen one. You were very deliberately chosen by God. Out of all of those little eggs that came into your mother's womb, you were the one that was chosen. So that's an awesome thought, that you are here quite deliberately, and you were a direct and deliberate choice of God, for God to realize God's self by means of you on this plane. And that's huge. You can't do better than that. You really cannot. So, I'm asking you, when did you last remember that you were this kind of miracle? Because a miracle is what you are. A miracle is what you are. A miracle is what each and every one of us is. And unfortunately, we rarely remember that so that we can live up to it, live up to the miracle that we are. And we came in well equipped. You know, we didn't come in helpless, that's for certain sure. When we came in with the stamp and with the mark of our Creator. It's called amazing grace. We came in with that sense and sensibility to know that we are more than we think we are. Much more than that. And we came in, of course, to be our very best selves. Our very best selves. So the question today is, how am I doing with being the very best of myself? Are there any little tweaks I need to make there? Is there anything I need to let go of? And is there anything I need to let in to be the very best of myself? Because that's what I'm created to be. The very best of myself. Remember, God was the creator of you. God. And God, as we've heard before, never makes junk or anything less than something that's awesome. Awesome. So you are something that's awesome, and all of the time we need to be reminded of that. That our first miracle in life was the miracle of birth. Out of all of those little eggs, you were the one that was chosen. God decided that you were the one God's image and likeness was to appear as. So that's an awesome thing to know, but it's a more awesome thing to live up to. When did you last think to yourself, I am the image and likeness of God? When did you last remember that? Well, today we're remembering it. I am the image and likeness of God, my Creator. The allness, the wholeness, and the fullness of life. I came in as a whole, complete being, stamped and marked by the grace of God, highlighted in baptism, a child of God. So I'm asking us all, how often do we remember that we are first and foremostly a child of God? And knowing that, what does it mean? What does it mean to us? How does that affect us? Knowing I am a child of God. I have within me godly tendencies. The image, the likeness of God. I have those tendencies in me. How am I doing with them? What am I doing with them? It's something to behold, and it's awesome. And sometimes one can hardly imagine it. But there's something within us, it's like a homing device, that reminds us and triggers us and asks us to know you are more than this. You are so much more than this, whatever this is. You are a child of God with tendencies of God, with the ability to take care of your precious life and to live a precious life and to know. And remember, I have come that you may have life, that you may have life. And not just that, but that you may have life in abundance. And not just that, but that your joy may be complete. How often do you think of that? I am here to have life in abundance, and that my joy should be complete. However, I am in partnership with my Creator, and I have to do my part in all of that. I have to lean into that partnership. And there will be times when Spirit gets to be the head lean when it comes to what must be done. When it comes to me choosing the right way to go, the right thing to do, the right way to be. But I have that partner. And my prayer is often, I'm going to lean into Spirit now. Prayer is leaning into Spirit. It's being in touch with your partner, the partner in your life and living. And you know, God never neglects God's duty. God is always available, always. God always listens, and God always leans into you and to me. That's why God is God. The same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, never changing. The reliable, the dependable, always. So how often in your day, how often in my day, do we lean into Spirit? Do we lean into Spirit? What is our relationship with Spirit like at the moment? Is it a partnership? Is it an equal partnership? Insofar it can be when we're talking about God. How do I feel about that? And remember, as I often say, what God enters into, God remains. God is not the one that leaves. You are mine everlastingly, and in my own house shall you dwell forever and ever. You are mine everlastingly. And Jesus, the beloved Son, the beloved brother, I am with you as I have always been, and I shall always be with you. See again, what God enters into, and where God enters, God remains. God is not the one that leaves. So that's why I often say I'm leaning into Spirit. I'm leaning into Spirit. And that presence, that godly presence, the almighty presence, that heavenly presence, never, ever leaves us. Because again, what God enters into and where God enters in, God remains. God is not the one that does the leaving. So again, you and I get to lean into that essence, into that presence. You and I get to cast any burden upon the power and the presence within us and go free of it. If I had $1 for every time I have said and thought and felt, I cast this burden upon the power and the presence within me, and I go free of it, I would be the wealthiest person on this planet. And I could take you all on a world tour and visit all the holy places. So where are you with your God, with the relationship you have with your God? Where are you? What kind of a relationship is it? Is it solid? Is it steady, no matter what? See, God never leaves what God enters into. But when things get rough and tough, do you leave God? Faith, faith, faith. Precious gift, precious gift. It's permanent. It's permanent. Faith in divine presence. Faith in divine givingness. And Jesus taught us that he was the givingness of life unto itself. And you too can do greater things than I have done, he said. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we all knew that we were the givingness of life unto itself? And that's how it can be. That's how it can be. The God I am. The God I am is always present wherever you are, however you are. God does not leave what God enters into. And so, my dear ones, you can think of yourself truly, your birth, as the first miracle of your life. Your birth is the first miracle in your life, because out of all of the possibilities that could have come in to this plane, you were the possibility that was chosen to come in when you came in. You were deliberately here, deliberately to be the image and the likeness of your Creator. I don't know when you last thought of that. I am here deliberately, empowered by the presence that never leaves you, never leaves you. We may leave in consciousness, our source, but our source never leaves us. So again, I would say, every turn and twist, at every moment you can, lean into spirit. Lean in. And cast out everything that is not of heaven, everything that is not in your best interest. I cast this burden upon the power and the presence within me, and I go free of it. I think I even say that in my sleep now. I say it so often. But the key is to go free of it, not to take it back, not to pick it up again, because it's been taken care of. Remember, God so loved the world that God gave the world you. God so loved the world that God gave the world you. And you so love God that you're giving the world God by means of you. Isn't it awesome? The power you have, the power each one of us has to lift up, to expand, to increase all that is good and whole and wholesome in life and living. The power that each one has is awesome. If you could see it, it would blind you. It's called amazing grace. And you were steeped in it in baptism. And every time you receive a sacrament, you're steeped in it. Amazing grace. That's what you are. Gosh, that could be a song. Amazing grace. We are all so much more than we think we are, than we act out. We're so much more. So when will each one of us be opened to being and demonstrating the more? The godliness, the goodliness, the wholesomeness, the lovingness, and it goes on, doesn't it? Because that's what you are. You're a child of God. Your first miracle was being born. How is the miracle doing? The miracle that is you. How are we measuring up to that miracle? See, it could have been somebody else that came in rather than one of us. But we came in, stamped with the mark of grace, amazing grace, in the image and in the likeness of our Creator. And when we asked as a child, what does that look like? We were told, well, you're the image of God in your soul, like that told us anything as a child, a small child. You're the image and likeness of God in your soul, in the essential part of you, in the essential essence of you. You're the image and likeness of God. So it's essence. It's to do with essence. The image and likeness of God. When do you remember that you are the image and likeness of God? And not only you, but everybody else. Does it cross your mind? And if it does, do you live up to it? Do you live up to it? Being the image and likeness of God. See, nobody can be who you are, can contribute what you are here to contribute. Nobody can. You're the only one that can do that. You're an individualized expression of God. One of a kind. And if you don't do it, it doesn't get done. If you don't put in your contribution of goodness into life, it doesn't get done because it's yours to do and no one else's. That's how amazing you are. You're one of a kind. irreplaceable. And when you and I are not connected to this world and putting into the world what we're here to put into, something is missing. Something is missing. You are a child of God, a child of the universe. No less than the moon and the stars, you have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should, as the song says. That's how important you are. It's not just important, that's how essential you are to the wholeness of life and living on this plane. You're an essential essence here. And if you don't put in what you're here to put in, it doesn't get put in. Life is missing something. So, remember who you are. You are a child of God, inheriting amazing grace and characteristics of your Creator. A child of God. No less than that. There's no greater thing you could be. And that's why when we're all rushing as young adults to get a great career and so on and so forth so that we can become somebody, we can't outcome what we already are, a child of God. Now, when we really get that, it's an awesome, awesome thing. And I remember the little Baptist child saying, when he was asked who he was, "I'm a child of God, and my daddy's a king." Your daddy is more than a king. Your daddy is God. And so, my dear ones, we've come to the end of our time, believe it or not, together. But remember that you are a child of God, and your heavenly Father is a king. And there's no need for you to ever lack or want any good thing when you have a deep, conscious, connected relationship with your source. God is, I am, and that's the truth. And so it is.
This song is called Who You Were Born to Be by Lucinda Drayton. No more time to waste, no more excuses. Gotta reach out your arms and embrace the sun. No more time for self-pitying abuses. Gotta stand up and shout and say, I am the one. 'Cause there's been too much crying and talk of being free. You gotta jump off that cliff and be who you were born to be. No more time to waste on photos of the past. There's a star with your name on it, a love that's gonna last. 'Cause there's been too much holding on and talk of being free. You gotta take all you are and be who you were born to be. Who you were born to be. Now I know the ice is melting and the ships are going home, and the wind is getting colder and we feel more alone. So stop all your excuses, got the answers all for free. You gotta jump off that cliff and be who you were born to be. Who you were born to be. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Thank you.
Thank you, Elise Carver. Thank you so much. Beautiful. And thank you, Dr. Moira Foxe, for that amazing, awesome message. That was just beautiful. We've reached our time of conscious giving, and I'm always in such gratitude for the ways that you all give to this community. We've got Vicki Toller up here as our usher today. Let's give Vicki some love. So we have many ways to give to this community right up here on the screen. You can text to give 424-379-3733, where you just text that number and it'll prompt you with everything else you need to do. Or you can use the QR code, which will take you to our website. Use your camera, point your camera on there. You'll see a little thing come up. Click on that little thing, it'll take you to the website. Or you can just go right to the website, redondocsl.org/donate. Thank you so much for the ways that you give and the generous support of this community. We have big things to do because we're really about lifting up every individual on the entire planet to see their spiritual magnificence, and so therefore transforming the world, bringing heaven right here on earth. The experience that Dr. Moira talked about of each person being a miracle, and reminding them, just as Dr. Moira did today, that we're all miracles, and could we fulfill that? And wow, what a world that is if we fulfill what Dr. Moira was talking about today. So thank you for giving to that vision, because it's important work that we're doing here, which is really play. So thank you, and let's take our gift in our hand, maybe hold our hand to our heart as we say our conscious affirmation here. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love, and so it is. So we're going to take some time with Dr. Moira here, and make sure to bring the plate up here for Dr. Moira as well. Vicki, thank you so much. Okay, well, I want to get Dr. Moira back up here, so let's handle that.
So if anybody has a question, I'd be happy to endeavor to answer it. Any questions? Can't believe there's no one with a question sitting here. Yes.
Hi, Dr. Moira. I just want to ask, how do we remind the loved ones around us how magnificent they are when they seem to forget?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get it all. Can you shout it out?
The same way you reminded us of how magnificent we are, how do we remind the loved ones around us, like our children?
Oh, okay. How do we remind each other of how magnificent we all are? Well, it all has to do with the way we think about each other and treat each other. If we treat each other like each other is this wonderful, awesome, individualized expression of spirit, then it is felt. It is felt. It's, it's the God in me greeting the God in you. It's the namaste thing. The spirit and life of spirit as me greets the spirit and life of spirit as you. So we have that awe about us when it comes to each individual. Like, think of your family members, think of your close friends, It's easy enough to do it with close family members and close family friends. But we have to come to the point where we can do that wherever we are, with whomever we are, that we can do the namaste thing. The God in me greets the God in you. And when we begin to do that in large, large numbers, this world will change dramatically and for the better. Yes, it's the way we are called to treat each other with the greatest of respect, and to be present to each other in a way that makes them feel seen, heard, and known. And that every individual is as important as the next. Every individual. Even the ones you see lying in the street. Anytime I come across somebody who is in that state, I just namaste them. So it's all a question of really understanding. When we say there is only God, God is all there is. There is only God, God is all there is. And God is embedded within each and every one of us. And remember, I absolutely believe that when God enters in, God doesn't leave. God's not the one that leaves. So consequently, we are called to be less judgmental and to be open and receptive to everybody we meet. So when you're passing by somebody and they're lying in the gutter, namaste them. Namaste them. And know for them that you know this is not who and what they are. There are so many opportunities in the day to be reminded that God is everything and everyone, and everything and everyone is God. So, there's no shortage of opportunities for you and I to greet and meet God in our day. No shortage of opportunities. And especially when you see somebody on the tear, you say, well, I know this is not who you are. And namaste them. And especially if it's yourself. Remind yourself, this is not you. Knock it off. Behave yourself. Namaste, Moira. Any other questions? That was a good one.
Thank you, Dr. Moira. We have some from online. We have one question from online from Greg McLeod. They'd like to know more about the connection between Neville Goddard and religious science / Ernest Holmes. Were they aware of one another?
I can't say for certain sure that they were aware of one another. I'd be surprised if they were not. But both of them were great religious scientists, very much so. But, it's usual that we know the people in our circle. But I'm not knowing for sure whether they had a relationship or knew each other at that level.
Thank you. And then we also have a prayer request.
Yes?
For Susan, she would like a prayer request for perfect health.
Okay, let's all know the truth for Susan right now. So this is what we're knowing right here and right now. That God, by means of Susan, is moving in the direction of open receptivity to great good health. That Susan is ready now to release and let go whatever it is that ails her, and allow the precious presence of Spirit within her to mend and fix and heal whatever it is in her life, in her mind, in her body, needs to be mended and fixed and healed. She's open, she's receptive to that. And we're knowing that when we are one with God, when God and I are one, and we know and feel the truth we wish to experience and state it and release it into law, it is done unto us as we believe. So we are knowing for Susan that this is what she is knowing, what she is believing, and what she is ready to release and let go of, and remember to release her prayer into the law and know that it is so, and it will be so, because that's how God works in this prayer. So I release this awareness of Susan's great good health into the law of life itself, knowing it is immediately responded to as I say, and so it is. And so it is. Yes.
I have a relative on the East Coast. She has been going through a respiratory failure issue. She's just departed the hospital. She had a complete failure with her respiratory function. They were able to bring her back. So she's stable. She spent 3 weeks in a hospital in therapy, and she's on the road to recovery. So if you could just say a prayer for continued healing for her and recovery, I would appreciate it.
And her name?
Her name is Tammy.
Tammy. So this is what we're knowing for Tammy right here and right now, that within Tammy, God is a very real and present help. That Tammy is now open and receptive to her complete healing. And Spirit, by means of Tammy, is moving throughout her entire body, mending and fixing and healing whatever it is that needs to be mended and fixed and healed, so that Tammy can be free of ailment and go forward and live her life in peace, in health, in harmony, and in joy. For there is no greater power than the power of God that is recognized and that is deeply, deeply embraced in faith to be able to work what appears to be miracles on this plane. So God, by means of Tammy, is on the move upward, forward, and onward into great good health and a great good life. And this is what she is open and receptive to. So I release this awareness of truth into law, knowing it is responded to immediately as I say. And so it is. We all good now, as we say here? Okay. Oh, somebody else's hand is up.
Dr. Moira, I'm going to
Take your time.
I'm going to see my brother a week from today, and he's been sick for some time. He told me that he's down to 130 pounds, and he has weighed 200 most of his life. I just want to have the strength when I see him and be with him, that I'm I just want to be the love and the positivity for him. When I see him, I don't want to fall apart. That's one thing. And because I know that I've never seen him in the way that I'm going to see him. And I just want to hold on to the thought that me going to be with him is going to make a difference in his health and in me supporting him. I just want to be the sister to him that I've always been. And like I said, I just don't want to fall apart when I see him.
What's your brother's name?
Jim.
Jim?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to pray now for Jim and his family members, and especially his dear sister. So here's what's known. Right here and right now, Jim is on the threshold of transition. And the family wants to support him and be all that they can be for him during this time. So this is what's known. God, infinite being, God, the loving Father, the merciful Spirit, the beauty and the grace of all that is good and whole and wholesome is now moving through Jim, and not just through Jim, but through each member of his dear family, so that each and every one is open for the highest and the best good for Jim. Whether that means he gets well and stays here for more time, or he makes his transition, whatever is in his best interest, and whatever it is, that's the best for his soul's journey on this plane. So we are knowing, Infinite Spirit, that you are leaning deeply into Jim right now and comforting him and helping him to make the difficult decision that is his to make right now, and that you are leaning into each member of his family, all his dear ones, and comforting them to be open and receptive to whatever decision he makes, knowing it will be the right one. So peace, beloved presence, peace, be within Jim and each of the family members that are supporting him. And we're knowing for Jim that the next thing that happens in his life is the best thing that has ever happened in his life. And we know your love and your grace is saturating Jim right now. And your peace is within him. And your peace is within all the family members too. And give each one of them the strength to support Jim in whatever his decision is. And know that you are the one that knows what is best for Jim right now. So we ask for your mercy and your grace, your wisdom and your understanding for Jim and each member of his family right now, so that whatever decision Jim makes, he will be in peace with it, as will each member of the family. So we give great thanks for the beautiful life that Jim is, and we give thanks for all the family members who are supporting him. So we're going to ask you to lift all up into your beauty and grace, your love, and your healing energy, and establish in each one a peacefulness about the outcome of this situation. For you're the one that knows the best for all. And we trust your decisions. So we're all ready to relax, release, and let go of any concern, knowing that Jim is in great, good hands, and that heavenly love and light is within him, around him, about him, above him, and below him, and is taking very good care of him. We trust your light and your love. We trust your wisdom and your grace. And with deep gratitude and thanksgiving, we release this word of truth into law, and we let it be so as we say, and so it is. So it is.
Well, thank you, Dr. Moira Foxe. Let's give some love to Dr. Moira. And thank you all for being here today. Have a blessed rest of your Wednesday.
With being with his ex-wife who's